Hey friends, glad you tuned in to the trophy. Jarling Enthusiasts. Today I'm showing you all 44 Jarlings in the First Berserker Khazan, and I would be absolutely thrilled if you give a thumbs up. To make it easy for you to find the Jarlings, I've sorted everything by chapters. And I'll also show you the best checkpoint to start with, so you can earn the Jarling Enthusiast trophy. And we're diving right in, all clips from the 100% Platinum Guide, and let's go folks. We start in the mountains and get the first Jarlings, of course, in the first mission, Homecoming Mountains. Then we simply go to the crash site, which is the very first checkpoint. And the Jarling is located right here in the first Jarling, and you can collect it there. Then you need to return to any checkpoint to go back to the rift. I'm not showing you how to get back to the rifts here. I assume you've already played most of the missions anyway. So, just run through until you reach the next checkpoint, and then teleport back to the rift. In the first level it's pretty easy, of course, because the checkpoint is right here. We'll take that one, of course, and then it's back to the rift and on to the next level. And here the storm fits up top, and we have to go all the way down here into the ice canyon, and in the ice canyon there's the next little jug. Also very close, also very easy to find. Yes, the others will be a bit more difficult. In any case, when we start here, it's just around the corner. Boom, here's a little jug, and we'll grab it, and then we have the good fellow with us. And yes, we'll take it with us. And then we go directly back to the crag, and from the crag, yes, let's look at the next level, which is the Forgotten Temple. And we need to start from the checkpoint under the Forgotten Temple. And now we have to do a bit of work before we can even find this little jug. So we first go through here, having already cleared the enemies out of the way. Just go up the stairs here. And up here, we first need to solve the statue puzzle to proceed. You're surely familiar with it. All the statues need to look at each other, so turn them until they are facing each other. I'll skip this part now because it takes quite a long time, and yes, you know how it works anyway. So then the bridge will rise here, and you need to go through the stairs back there. Just walk along here, let the enemies be and have a nice day, just run through here and ignore them. And go up the stairs here, then continue straight to the next set of stairs. And then we can stop the first gear wheel here. And that's what we'll do it here. Press it once so that the next path unlocks, and then we go down the ladder here. And now we actually still have to walk a bit further, because the little jug is really far away and we first need to turn off the next gear. So here in this sense, once to the right through here, there's also a small checkpoint. You can definitely activate it and get yourself a save point. But I don't think you'll die here, so it would really surprise me. Anyway, definitely activate the checkpoint briefly from here, then continue. And here up the stairs once. To then basically deactivate the second wheel, so go up the stairs here, bypass the enemies. And then you come out up here, we'll quickly take them out too. They also go down quite well with the spear, actually, especially with the explosive crates. But as I said, I don't think I need to explain the enemies to you. Here in the first few levels, you should be able to easily take them out by now. And that's why we just continue here. Down the stairs at the back into the next area. And here comes this big arena. You can just run straight through and up the big stairs at the back. And just continue here. Of course, you can also do a bit of slicing if you want. But just go through here once, and here comes another big elite enemy. You need to clear him out of the way. And after that, we can of course do a nice starting horn puzzle again, which I would say isn't really that difficult. But first take out the enemy here. I'll just skip that for now. And then we can collect the loot from him here. Move over here once, then turn the statues again so that they face each other, because otherwise we obviously can't progress here and we don't want to fall down there. That's why you definitely need to turn the statues so that they look at each other. And yes, I'll skip that again. And then this part should rise up. Then we continue here and go along to the left. Up the stairs here. And then we finally reach the point where the little jug appears. Here we activate the switch. And from there we continue down the stairs and just here. Follow this path here, there are a few more enemies here which I have already dealt with, and just go along here, then left, and here to the left of the stairs, right there in the corner, that's where he sits. I've already brought him out. The little jug, of course, and that's where he sits. And yes, we take him with us and have him in the camp. You can trade even cooler stuff with this little jug. And I believe there are 42 in total. So we already get 6 from the orb mission and another 7 here in this thing. In the first section I already have a few, and now it definitely continues to the village and from the village. We start from the entrance of the central warehouse, and from there we begin. This part is also quite well hidden, and it took me a really long time to find it at all. Start once at the entrance of the central warehouse, and when we get there, then it can begin. So we turn around here, go back so to speak, but then directly to the right, following the middle path of the level, and continue here, letting ourselves fall down. Down here there are a few enemies you need to deal with, and there's also a special item here. 100% solution. I'm a bit behind on that because I currently have a lot of videos that I actually need to upload, but I think I can catch up tomorrow and will be able to edit a few more. In any case, make a power jump down here and take out all the enemies with Lucy. And after that you can find the orb up there where the wave shooter is firing at you. The orb is actually already there, but we can't reach it just yet. That's why I'll quickly show you the way to get in there. So here we go. Collect the items, then go through the door, and you can grab the Krugling link right away. I checked everything here again to make sure I don't miss it. You can simply go up the ladder here. I just made a few wolves platinum here and opened the door at the back. We have to go this way later anyway, to basically get back to the rift. So quickly open the door here, then up the ladder, and up here is actually the grub when we let ourselves fall down at the back. So quickly take out the few enemies here, and yes, they should be relatively easy. One even somehow fell down. No idea what he wants down there, but we'll take him out here. And then we can go back here, fall down, of course with an elegant power move, and we'll pull that off now. Bam, down here. And yes, here's the grub. And I checked everything again here. There was no grub here, and since I had already run through the whole level, I was relatively disappointed. But there are still some back here. You can see some on the side here, and especially back here. And there he is. That's where he hid the little guy. And of course we'll pack him up and send him home. Yes, and then we continue, friends. And that's in the next one. And that is the Scoffer. Cave. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And actually we start in the Collapsed Mine, and that's where we're heading. And the problem with that is you have to walk all the way up here again, so up the stairs, again the ladder, and along this entire beam until you can unlock the elevator. So just go up the beams here, and then you can basically get over to the elevator from up here. I'll spare you watching that now. I think you all know the way. And here you can also use the elevator. You should definitely activate it in case you really die at some point. Yes, make the steps. No idea why I was just held up like that. But it's best to activate the elevator here at least once briefly. It's not enough if you just run over it quickly. You need to stand still for about 1 or 2 seconds and then quickly get out of here and continue on. And here you can already take down this guy up there because he's quite annoying, the elite enemy. And remember, when he's over the abyss, you can also throw him off with a spear and thus kill him. So when he's over the abyss like this, just throw a spear at him, bam, and then he's immediately gone and basically falls into nothingness. Yes? Optimal, let's grab the loot, just keep going, and be sure to watch out for the worm that's in there. And then here, once around the corner to the left, follow the main path, and here in this large arena, where there are also some enemies, you should clear this area first, and back here, the little pot creature has also hidden. There he sits. I've already freed him from his pot here, and of course we're sending him home now. So friends, then we continue after the tragedy. This is a bonus mission. You should have received it at least if you collected everything beforehand, like scrolls and so on. And with every squeeze you can see my 100% greed. If you don't have the level yet, check back tomorrow. The videos will definitely go online then. We collect everything? Yes. Otherwise we start directly here in the land. Basically Bangu land. I believe that's what the checkpoint is called. And here we go, and be careful, you really have to kill them. Twice, so to speak. So at least once more after you've killed them, hit them again. A special move in, and it already looks pretty good. And then we take out these 3 here, and now let's move a bit further. It's actually a bit hidden. This part here, and that's why, yes, the video is relatively slow, so to speak, because I also have to clear a few enemies out of the way first. Next time I'll do it again in such a way that I clear out all the enemies first and then get the secrets. Grab the boy's diary here. These books and these logs are always very good because they unlock new things for you. And that's why you should definitely collect them. So take this with you and be a bit cautious of the enemies. I should actually skip this next time before I did it pretty cool somehow with the partner here. In any case, we collect all the platinum here and the friends gather all the stuff here. And now you just need to keep moving forward. Namely, head back here through the door and continue on from here. I've already started looking for this orb here, and it can really be tricky sometimes, so definitely grab the ore here. And we'll soon find the second ore as well, so you'll have everything important collected here. Just go through. And then you come to an open area. I always check everything, of course, but you can just walk along here. Definitely pick up the item. Also a fire, summoning, script, scroll, and back there you see there's the next part. Definitely take that as well. And then you'll have at least all the ore items here. And now we'll also get the little jug on the left. I always have to start from the checkpoint, because if I start somewhere with a level, then I don't think I can tell you where you are. I also really struggle when there's just a screenshot or something like that. That's why I always try to show you exactly, which of course takes a bit longer. So here, kill the worm. And once you've done that, behind the worm is the little jug link. I think you've already seen it there. But definitely go into the house here again and grab the chest. And we definitely need that too, so we have some nice loot. But outside of this room, the little jug is exactly where the worm was. It's sitting back there and we'll quickly collect it now. I considered leaving it behind, but well, let's collect it right away. I could have run all the way back again. That would have been pretty cool. And run through it quickly without enemies. Definitely promised for next time. So, we actually have everything. Now we just need the spider grave here. And this is the part, Mutas, where you unlock the blacksmith, sort of as a side mission. And the spider grave is actually easy. When you arrive here, it's basically a large cave. And here you just keep walking straight through until you reach sort of through, like walking on planks. So I'll just show you here straight through where the ladder was before. Just pass by. Straight through the cave at the back, long and be careful. Here comes another elite enemy. And I find these monkeys super annoying. Here, I found the spiders really cool. They are really great. Later more of them will come, so definitely level up a bit here. It's a bit tougher. And up there, there's an elite enemy hanging on the wall like a flying one. And yes, you know yourself how annoying they are. But now, we're going to get the little jug. We're going to pick it up now, of course. So let's take a quick look up here. And indeed, it's right here in the corner. And yes, we'll grab it. So you have all the little jug friends in the mountains in the first section. And yes, as I said, feel free to subscribe, because the next parts for the upcoming sections are coming. Of course, also soon online, in part, and now we're getting all the little jugs in Act 2, friends. If you're missing something in Act 1, feel free to click into the video there. Otherwise, Platinum Guide on the channel, feel free to give a thumbs up. And we're getting the first little jug in the first 5K section of the Citadel of Palermo. And we best start at the Fallen Citadel and go through there. And yes, that takes a bit longer. First, walk along the main path here until you reach the canteen and can continue from there. An elite enemy will appear there, and it will give you a key, or rather, guards the chest containing a key. So you'll really get there automatically. Go through here and grab the elite guy. And as mentioned, make sure to loot the chest at the back to get the key. Yes, the first orb takes quite a long time, but the next ones go relatively quickly. Grab the key here, and then return to the main area of the citadel, or rather here in the prison. And then you can open the door below here to get into the prison cells. Not this door, you can open that one later from the other side, but this door down here. And once you've opened it, we can go in here and grab the little jug. Go through here, quickly take out the enemies, and once you've done that, continue running along here. And along here to the back right, this is where you actually enter the real prison. And be careful, some enemies are coming. Take them all out first to give yourself some space, because there's a secret wall back here that you need to break. Down. So quickly take out the enemies here, and there's another wall back there. We need to open it once, namely when we go into this room here on the left. Hit the wall with a power strike, and yes, then the thing is open. And there's also a scroll there. And the little jug, so 2 missable items and friends. You definitely don't want to miss them, grab them, so the bandit scroll, and back here the little jug that we can then send home, and then we continue with the next one. Let's continue in the next section, Silent Temple. We start for Nota from the underground temple entrance and can get the little jug there. It's a relatively long path until you reach this large hall here. And here in the large hall, the little jug has of course hidden itself. The level is generally not that big, so there aren't that many checkpoints anyway. What's pretty cool is, if you forgot it, you can quickly run through here. And here, where these fire things are above there, in the left corner, there's a little jug, and we can collect it by flattening this little jug here. And then we send the little guy home. Onward to the next area, namely Nadine's Quarry. And the path there is a bit longer. You can start at the Bandit Citadel and go all the way through until you reach the place where the stone rolls towards you. And here there's an elite enemy right away, which is a bit of a hint. Here you can also unlock a shortcut. If you already have it, you can of course use it. So continue here. In this area you will pass through anyway, that's for sure. It's the main path. Quickly take down the elite enemy here. And once you've done that, you can continue following the main path here. Don't forget to pick up the items back here. And then it continues through. This is of course always a snippet from the Platinum Run Guide Friends. If you really want to collect everything and also get the Platinum Trophy, then definitely follow it, as this really are the everything to find. Continue through the channel here, and you see a statue that has fallen over here on the right. In this small house is the little jug. Link will take it with us and have it in our pocket. We continue with the next section, namely Nadine's Quarry, also alongside the Mission of Man. We go to the main staircase of the cave, so the last checkpoint, super easy, just go through here. And it's located back here. On the right in the corner there are a few jugs here, and of course the little jug is hidden there as well. Thus we quickly and easily caught up with that, and then we can continue to the next small side mission. Again, it's Nadine's Quarry, specifically the mission The Last Fight. We start here from the rainy parade ground, and from here we can simply go out, around the corner and around the corner again. And there it is, actually right here in a little jug. Grab it. And then we can move on to the next main mission. And that is the village of El Rafaka. Yes, this is a bit tricky. You definitely need to go to the dark prison. From there, we can start quite well, but it also takes a bit longer to get there. So first go through here and take out the elite enemy. And then I'll show you the exact path to the little jug. It's actually a bit longer than in the other levels. So let's grab the loot from the elite enemy. And then we can continue through here. It's best to activate the switch first. I'm making it a bit longer for you here on purpose, so you don't miss it. Otherwise the path is somehow difficult to show if you don't start from the checkpoint. So from there, we set off. We have activated the switch, and then we first go here, into the door, namely up the stairs here. And when we arrive up here, we can continue along the balcony and just run through there. So over here, watch out. Some are coming. I'll skip them for now and just keep running through here. And when we arrive over here, we can walk along here. Here are these prison cells, which you can always open if you find the switch for them. We'll open them again here now. And the switch is on the side here. This doesn't necessarily have to do with the little jug, but I'm a bit afraid that you might walk past it or not know exactly where it is, because down here everything looks the same somehow. Yes, quickly take out the enemies here and then loot the items from the prison, just so you have a better sense of direction. Of course, you can also just fast forward. If you get it easily, no problem at all. Grab the loot here, and then we're almost there. We exit this area and then follow the main path. So just walk through here, there's nothing else here. And then go right around the corner, head back here straight ahead. And then we come down here. And down here there's a small spider nest. You can clear it out for platinum, but you don't have to. I quickly cleared out the spider nest and from this room. Here we can simply go down to the right, follow the stairs, and then we'll soon reach the little jug. Just continue through here, watch out. Back here there's something else, so walk along here. And to the left in the corner there's nothing, continue to the right. And here is another relatively strong enemy. You need to take him down here, and once you've done that, we've almost made it, because then we'll soon have the googling. So from here, just keep going, and I really think everything looks the same here. So yes, we've taken down the enemy here. He was on the right, and that's why I'm just running through here again, and to the right in the corner. It's big, take the sword, run through here, and it leads to an area with coffins. And here, by these coffins and the pipe, it's already quite noticeable. Room. There's a door at the back that you can't open, but here in the corner, there he is, there's the little jug. Grab him once, take him home, and then you've got that done, friends. We can move over to the next area, and that's Pavel's. Last words, a side mission. Provided you've completed everything, we can start Pavel's last words here right at the first checkpoint. And then we just continue through. Here, an elite enemy will come directly towards you on the main path. You should recognize and take him down once. Yes, when we've done that, it's a bit of a hint as to where we are right now. Then, of course, we can't open the door here, but we can continue inside, taking the main path to the prison. And there we will immediately find the Krugling, so just continue through here and in the back corner. There are about 3 jugs, and that's where he's hiding. Always be cautious as an enemy is approaching. Flying in, made next to platinum, and we continue into the next mission. Side mission. Linon Mine. And indeed, Unimaginable Truth. Is it actually a main mission, not a side mission? And we start at the underground shaft. Friends, here you have to walk for a very, very long time until you get here. It's actually relatively quite high up. And there's also the worm again here as a reference point in this mine. So walk all the way up until we reach the mine here. This should look familiar to you. And here we can simply continue. If I had recorded the entire shaft, it would have been another 20 minutes. If you want 100%, check out the Platinum Guide on the channel. So, let's see that we move forward here and go through the mine where the outbreak also occurred. And here is also a corpse that we can absorb, and we then enter this main area of the mine. You might also go a checkpoint further and start the whole thing from the back. That could also work. And here by these stones back here on the right in the corner is the little jug. And we grab the bucket and send it home. As I said, give it a try. Maybe you can also reach a checkpoint. Go further already, depending on whether you have already completed the level. If so, give it a try. Let's continue in the next section, namely Dorfell Rafaka, Why Did You Leave Us? The entrance to the laboratory section is the starting point, and you know the scene. We have to somehow jump down here, and it should definitely seem familiar to everyone. Well, in any case, there are 2 hidden items here, friends, that you absolutely must get. They are not shown in this video, but in the 100% complete solution. Of course, shown with it, so let yourself fall down here once, and then you come into this laboratory area, and up here when you just arrive here. Here on the right in the corner are such pots. There are a few here and another one over there, and that's where it is. Here by the books, yes? Grab it once, and then you can theoretically move on, friends, but it's important. There are 2 more hidden important items here. You should definitely get them for the platinum, so we've done that now. Now we're escaping from the Linon Mine, and then we just go directly from the first checkpoint. Go, and the jug link is right at the beginning this time, so right at the very start. Namely, when we enter the spider cave here, first take care of all the spiders, and then you can. Back here was the big spider, which I've already taken down. And yes, here you can still absorb the corpse, just as a bit of a reference point. And by the corpse around the corner to the left, there's basically the jug link. Yeah, so back here on the left, there you can already see the small pot, and that's where the rascal has hidden himself. So let's take that with us, and then move on to the last area, friends, and then you have them all. Jarlings Act 2. So let's continue. And indeed, the last command, this is the last thing we need to get. Path to the camp. And yes, that's where we start. And there aren't many checkpoints, so take the path to the camp, fight your way through there first. It takes a bit until you get to this area outside, but it shouldn't be hard to miss. You have to go this way anyway, so I think this should be enough as a visual reminder of where you need to go. Take down the enemy here, grab it. Over here, feel free to grab the chest. I'm leaving it a bit longer so you know exactly where we are. Grab the chest here. We're just outside in this area. And, yes, there's also the little jug here. We'll take the chest with us, and when we run back here, there's an enemy on the right. And behind the captured one on the left, you see a small pot. And the little jug is in there too. We'll grab it now as well. And take it with us over here on the left. Bam, we've got it in our inventory. And with that, you have all the little jugs in Act 2, friends. So let's get started. I've divided everything into chapters again, and of course I'll show you the checkpoint from which it's actually the fastest. And that's where we start off. Heart of Los Pelos and Castle of the Witch. It's best to start from the Citadel of Aldivir. That's exactly where we are right now, and then just straight through the door. And up the stairs back here, after you've defeated the boss enemy. Then take a left here, along the way. Go through here and follow the path. Now, watch out, there are still a few enemies here, quickly dealt with. Then you go through here, and then you come to a small library here. You can collect some loot here, and back here there's an item you should take, namely Fire Spirit Fuel. And then we can continue going up here, and the path to the Kugling is relatively long. I'll show you the way in detail, so you definitely won't miss it. You then enter the library up here and first take out all the enemies. There are quite a few here already. And then you can activate the book back here, for example, and get a hidden soul stone. And here is also the Kugling, so if we go out here and then right around the corner there are a few more enemies, we quickly take care of them, and back here in the corner you'll find the Kugling there, so grab it, and then we can move on to the next chapter. Next section is the Lacrima side mission, and we start right from the beginning. We simply walk through until we have defeated the elite enemy here, and here we can collect the Scroll of the Soul Eater. It's actually hard to miss and a good indicator of where we are. Here comes a carriage wagon, and yes, it goes down to the right here. Back here in the left corner you can dash through, and there's also a chest there, and by the chest there's also the little jug. Here is the course. When we turn around after grabbing the blood here, so turn around and simply back here in the corner there is grab it and send it home. And then we've also rescued the guy. In the next section, Unrequited Love, we also start from the beginning. The level isn't big, so there's really only one checkpoint. Go all the way through there until we are back in the library where we previously got the little jug in another level. And here once again there's the little jug almost in the same spot, so when you've come in here, I've already taken care of the enemies here, then you can get the little jug again in the corner back here. It's right here on the left, and then once around the corner to the left, be careful. There's another small enemy coming and the camera just doesn't quite handle targeting properly. Sometimes it doesn't work so well. In any case, the Grookling is back here in the corner, and you can collect it and have it in your inventory. Next checkpoint and next side mission, Valos Axe, we start at the last checkpoint in Lab 2, and before you go to the boss, just go left here, and then immediately left again. An assassin will appear here, take him out, absorb the corpse, preferably afterwards so he doesn't slash you like you just slashed me. But there's also the Krugling here in the back area, so feel free to check here again. Absorb the corpse, but behind the corpse there are barrels and pots, and that's where the Krugling is. And we grab him and send him back home, and with that we've taken care of it. The next Krugling is in the Hermit Mountains Spiritual Refall range, specifically in the Grove of the Remnant States. When you arrive here, there are 3 different paths you need to take to essentially complete this grove. If you are in the middle here and start from the checkpoint, then it's best to take the right path, walk along. We need to find the bard there, and the Krugling is also with the bard. Walk all the way through here. There's nothing special up there, so you don't need to throw anything. Just continue along here and you see behind the cell, exactly there is where the Krugling is. And now we go there where the Bard is also standing. So walk along here, make sure to collect the item on the left, as it is quite important, the one back here, and that is the scroll of the Crimson Enemy. So we have that as well, and then just follow the main path. It's still quite a way to go to reach the Krugling. So go through here, be careful. If you haven't got it yet, there's an ore here, take it with you. And as mentioned, these are excerpts from the 100% guide, friends, and we really find everything there. If you're missing something, definitely check it out. Just run through here, and once we've gone through and defeated all the enemies, a lot of stuff will really come your way. Then we can go down here, and back here we can dash through the barricade and arrive at this ladder, and the ladder leads us down to the bath. There's also a trophy for visiting all the bath locations, and I hope you've all done that already. If not, I'll definitely make a video for you about it. And the last one is available relatively late, only then. So most people won't have that trophy yet. But it's not a problem. If you subscribe to the channel, you definitely won't miss it, friends. Here at the bath, in the back left corner, there's a pot, and we'll smash it once. And that's where the little jug is. Grab it, and then we move on to the next chapter. The next section is the side mission, Atlante the Precise. And we start from the checkpoint where death falls. And from here we just head out and go through here and just continue on through. And of course there are some enemies here, but right up ahead is the little jug. We grab it, and that was relatively quick. Now we start from the Gate of the Wise, specifically the Fortress of the Corruptor. And at the massive gate, if we start there, we can go along the path to the left. And that's quite a good stretch. So go all the way through here, grab the loot in the tent, then go up here and follow this path. Here, take a right up the stairs. And going up here, we can reach a small castle. Be a bit careful there so the enemies don't push you off. And yeah, grab the loot here. We still have it here, so we'll take that with us as well. And from here, go to the left. And yes, now you enter the area where the little jug is. You don't necessarily have to go right here. There are just a few peasant fools. There is a small loot here which you can, of course you can get it, but it's nothing special. That's why you don't necessarily have to go in here. Why I left it in now? Good question, but maybe it's a good point of reference. Grab the fire cleansing potion here. And when you're inside the building, carefully go up the stairs, because there are still some explosive traps. And you can then fall down there, and you basically have to walk along the edge here. And from up here, fall onto that pot down there. And once along here, bam, and there's the little jug. Grab it and you've got it in your pocket. Yes, friends, as I said, all level guides 100% are available on the channel. Feel free to check it out. The next section is the Crimson Trail, and we start again right at the beginning from the checkpoint. Just go through first. There are some elite enemies here, and when you've defeated the big guy here, there's basically a gate before the boss, then you can grab the little jug. So we are here on the bridge, and before we go through to the final boss, we go up to the right here, and here you can absorb a corpse inside, and the little jug is also hiding here, right back there in the pot, right by the corpse. Take it with you, and then you have it in your inventory, and we can move on to the next mission. The next mission is the Last Guardian, and we start again at the beginning, Fortress of the Guardians. And yes, at some point you will enter the Guardian's Fortress, where there is also the Bloodstained Report, and there you can also unlock a shortcut to the checkpoint. So if you already have that, you can start from the checkpoint here and then go through here. And yes, you then go up the spiral stairs here, which is actually a pretty distinctive spot that you only have once in the level. And when you're up here in the upper area, you don't continue straight ahead, but rather turn around first. And back here in the right corner is the little jug. Take it with you once and we can move on to the next level. The next Googling is also a side mission, and we grab it by starting with the Forgotten. The level is already quite large. But when you arrive here, we just go all the way through. Here are these 3 sign types that want to stop you here. And when you pass through here, it's actually still quite a long way from here, just straight through. Then this swordsman with the 2-handed sword appears. And that's actually a good indication that we are relatively close. We quickly take him down, and once we've dealt with him, there's a chest to the right. So that's a bit of a reference point for the level, because everything looks relatively the same here, and it might be a bit difficult to follow. So grab the chest here, be careful, it explodes, take the scroll of the broken chest, clear the area, and from here head right where the cells are. In the back left corner where the trap is, there's the orb. We'll take it with us and have it in our inventory. The next mission is here at the Imperial Theatre in Rovelion. And there. We first need to get the theatre key, which is relatively late in the level. It's a good reference point to know where you are. You definitely need the theatre key to progress. And once you have it, you basically go up him to unlock the path to the theatre room and go through here. And here you can use the key once you've used the key. Then we can get the little jug afterwards, specifically when you go in here, an elite enemy appears here. Quickly take down the enemy and then we grab the little jug. I think that's a pretty good reference point. Once we've dealt with the elite, we can open the next big door here and thus also grab the little jug, which is quite well hidden here in my opinion. I think this is the most cleverly hidden one so far. Well, in any case, continue through here, through the door. And once you've opened it, don't go straight ahead, but make a sharp right turn here. And behind the statue, there's another illusion wall. And there's actually a relatively important item there, and also the little jug, which is inside these jugs here. So definitely grab that one, and yes, also take the dual weapons here. And back here, these 2 jugs, that's where it's hiding, right here in the room where the chest is. Grab it, and then let's move on, friends. Mission 100-Year Order. We will continue from here and start right at the beginning. When you cross the bridge and have collected the soul stone, then proceed through here. Do this step by step. The enemies are here, and you might want to collect the lightning booster. The path is a bit longer and there are several enemies. So, friends, make sure to deal with them well, so they don't chase after you. Otherwise, you'll really have a crowd behind you, like in my short, which you can handle with the whirlwind. Windblade's image can also flatten them, it's not an issue. So just run through here and definitely grab the chest up here. You can get some loot there, and it's also a good reference point for where we are right now. Golden dual weapons, then down the stairs here and over to the catapult. And yes, at the catapult we'll first grab the item at the back. Watch out, there's a mage. And now we're actually going in the other direction. And we're now heading straight towards an illusion wall. Specifically here where the picture is hanging. Break it once and around the corner to the right is the little jug. Next mission, Remnants of Chaos. And we start right from the beginning. Specifically, when we enter the last transporter, that is the last portal, we can get the little jug. And when we come out here, we receive Tanya's research document as a clue. And here we can simply continue. And up here. And yes, friends, here is the next little jug, already hidden. Back here on the left is an illusion wall, hit it once. Take the important item. And back here on the right, in the corner is another little jug. All little jugs in Act 4, Vitellon, capital of the Empire. And we start right from the first checkpoint, Fall of the Empire. It's best if you start from the church. The path is still a bit further from the church, which is a general checkpoint. You can feel free to. First, collect the ore back here, and thus you have already gathered an ore here, which you might be missing. These excerpts are for the little jugs from the 100% guide on the channel. That's why the path is sometimes a bit longer, and we also naturally collect a few items along the way. But to ensure you really find them, I'll gladly show you the path a bit longer so you know exactly where the little jug is hiding. So let's get started. And you simply keep walking along the main path and follow the trail. And you can then enter the next area, walk all the way through here, and at the back there's a very large statue as a landmark. Feel free to take the item Mist of Transformation here, and then continue following the main path into the next section. And indeed, around the corner to the left here, you can also collect something else, the Fire Purification Potion. Just continue following the corridor. And then you come through the door at the back into the next section. And here we can also get the little jug right away. There are now some enemies here that you also need to defeat. And especially on the first floor, there are still some enemies, including an elite enemy. And once you've defeated him, we can continue. We have now collected his loot and the elite enemy is killed, so we can head back here. Here is the next ore in case you haven't found it yet, but first follow the main path, open the door here and you can continue on the main path. Go to the little jug, so go through here, defeat the enemies here. And once you've done that, you can go up the stairs here and reach the next floor. And it continues on the next floor. The path isn't much longer, friends. Just walk straight through here, defeat the elite enemy, and you'll come out in the back area. Here, go up the stairs once more, and then you'll be on the next floor in the library. Follow this path all the way through. And back here in the bedroom, that's where the little jug is hidden. Grab it in the back left corner and take it. Take it with you. Here, you need to go out over the balcony to continue the level. There's a 100% guide for every level on the channel, so feel free to tune in. And we continue with the next little jug in the next chapter once again. Capital Vita Long, side mission Disobedience best, to start from the checkpoint destroyed settlement. And from here, we can simply continue and collect the little jug. It's actually not that far away. Just keep going through from here. There's also an ore back here. If you haven't found it yet, just take it with you. And from here, we can continue and simply let ourselves drop down from the balcony back here. Namely here, and down here, a small elite enemy awaits you. Defeat the elite enemy and feel free to grab the spirit shield here as well. Once you've defeated him, we can of course continue playing here and in advance to the next area where the little jug creature is waiting. Quickly kill the elite enemy, and then we continue. Feel free to grab the loot here. Below there's another item, namely the Shard of Transformation 15 times. And here we can go up the stairs and walk all the way through. And then we arrive at the section where some corpses are lying around. And here is also the little jug creature. Feel free to absorb the soul first, and the jug is right around the corner by these hay bales, or whatever they are. There's the little jug creature in these. Grab it and send it home. Once the little jug creature is home, we can of course continue in the next side mission, the shortest side mission in the world, Charon's Chains. But you should all have found the little jug creature there. It's right next to the checkpoint, and here it is already. And the level is really only one room big, so I assume that you all found the little jug creature here. So let's move on to the next little jug creature, which we find in the capital of Vitalon. And specifically, Birth of Evil side missions, Destroyed Bridge, checkpoint. From here, just run through to the first checkpoint, and the little jug creature isn't far. We can just run through here and then encounter a few enemies. We quickly take care of them and grab the next amplifier here, namely the water amplifier. Then run through here once, and now on the left side, where the item is also located, there are jugs. We just break them, and we get the next little jug creature here, and can then of course continue to the next chapter. In the next section, Large Temple, Bloody Sanctuary. We best start from the Ampathum onto the chapel. From this checkpoint we can set off and run all the way through once. Be careful, there are still some enemies here. I have of course already cleared them out of the way. So just run straight through here. And grab the next item back here. Run along here and then a small elite enemy will appear. Defeat the elite enemy, and then you need to turn the statues so that they face each other. Then this path will open up and you can go into the basement. Just follow the path straight ahead in the basement. And here there's a room where the little jug is. So just continue straight through and you'll come to these rooms here. You can open the door on the left here. There's another item. But the little jug is also down here, specifically in the door at the very back on the right. Go in here and the little jug is in the corner. You can collect it here. Next we continue at the Great Temple side mission, The Oath. And we best start here in the Forbidden Corridor. The level is a bit maze-like. The best point of reference here is this statue, where the large spirit shard is also located. You must have been playing for quite a while by then. And you basically need to unlock the ladder here to open up a shortcut. And that's actually a good indicator, because if you continue along the corridor here, you can find an item in the back area to collect, namely the lightning amplifier. Additionally, we can then lower the ladder here and essentially return to the main area where we jumped down from above. So definitely here you can activate the ladder and then you're back in the main area. Once you've activated this ladder, the little jug is right next to it. So just go back up the ladder that you pushed down. And here in the corner is the little jug. Collect it once and then you have it as well. In the last section, we'll of course also get the last little jug, friends, and thus also get the trophy. It's best to start from the garden of the Imperial Palace. From here we'll set off and grab the little jug. So friends, start here and go straight through. You'll then come to a section further below where there's a hidden elite enemy. I'll show you that one as well. First, go left here and at the back you can open another door. And there's the elite enemy inside. And also a good item that you should definitely take with you. That's why this is briefly in the guide. Grab that. As I said, these excerpts are everything. Excerpts from the 100% Platinum guide on the channel. If you're missing anything and you don't receive this trophy at the end, make sure to check back there because all the trophy guides are also on the channel. Yes, from here we can also get the Tear of Farewell. And especially a chest back here. It's quite well hidden, so if you take it with you, that's great, because here you get again some decent loot, and here we simply open the chest and find some items. Specifically the Devourer's set. Yes, with that we have. We can then go back once and follow the main path here again, basically on the left side. Go along, you can of course skip the whole thing and just run straight through. You will then come into the Great Hall. Just go in and follow this path. And here come a few more enemies. We'll quickly take care of them. And right in this hall is, of course, the little pot. Specifically on the first floor. And I'll show you where it is in a moment. Once you've collected it, you should receive the trophy. If you don't have it, be sure to check out the channel where you'll find all the little pot guides in case you missed one. So go back here to the right corner and there is the last little pot. And the trophy should also appear as soon as you have collected it. Thus we have all the little pot friends. The trophy is ours and now we'll also get the remaining trophies in the Platinum guide. And I'll also show you how you can still unlock the hidden trophies accordingly. So friends, give a thumbs up until next time. Thank you very much for watching and see you then.